Happy Monday, everyone. This is Kristen Maka with Medicare with Maka and Futurity First Insurance Group, and I am joined again by veteran owner Tony Porter from APD Locksmith.
Thank you, Kristen.
You're welcome. In our previous videos, we've gone over a couple tips and tricks on different things that Tony can help out with cars, as well as a little bit of his background. And today we're going to go over the remainder of his business model, which is looking at residential and commercial locks. So as far as residential and commercial, what are the typical things that you help people out with?
So we spoke about it the other day, but when we have a lot of customers that want us to do what's called a rekey. Rekeys are very important in certain situations. So if you have a significant other that you are no longer significant to, and you want that person out of your life, and they still have the existing key, we can come out and make sure that their key no longer works. Mm-hmm. So what we'll do is come out and do a rekey. And it's always important to me when we're finished that I hand that original key back to them so that they can try that first. And I always tell them, if this works, I've done something wrong. And so they'll go ahead and make sure that that one doesn't work, and then be assured that the only key that the keys that I've given them are the only ones that are out there, and that they're
the only ones
secure.
that are going to open that door. Yes,
absolutely.
Good.
Yep. So one of the things also that we do is that when customers buy a new house, mm-hmm. They come inside, and again, they don't know what cousin or neighbor actually has a key. So it's very important for security for them that we come out and we do that right away. But if you have locks that are mismatched, so say for instance somebody had to purchase a new lock and they didn't have a key to like to the rest of them, we can actually make it so that that one key turns all the locks, and that way you don't have to have multiple keys but just the one.
Okay, nice.
So one of the things also that we like to tell people to do is to take a picture of your key. Mm-hmm. If you have a photo of your key, very much like the car keys, we can also tell what the spaces and depths are of that key. All right. And so if you have a key and you have a photo of it, we can generate that key for you. If you get locked out, we're going to make sure that this is your residence by checking, making sure that your name is on the resident itself. Mm-hmm. But we can cut the key. We don't have to take too long in picking the lock. We can just go ahead and cut that key and hand it right to you once you're ready to go. Okay.
So as far as somebody buying a house,
yes,
and what are a couple things that maybe you've seen in the past that people should do or be on the lookout? Is there like certain locks to maybe help protect you from the inside of your house?
So we do have a couple of things that people can purchase. So if you've got one of those doors where it's actually got a window close to where the handle is, mm-hmm. You're going to want to have what we call a double-sided deadbolt. And the reason for that is if somebody breaks through that window and they reach inside, mm-hmm. There's going to be a spot where there should be a key versus there being a lever. If there's a lever there, they can open the door and they've got complete access. Yeah. But if there's where it should be a key and there's not one there, then they're not going to be able to get in. Okay. We get a lot of customers that call us and tell us that they're actually locked in their house. And the reason for that is because when they find themselves locking their door, they find that they have to put their body weight into the lock to get it to actually close. Mm-hmm. We can come and we can fix that and make sure that that's corrected. And the reason that's important is because if you don't correct that, over a period of time, that locking mechanism is going to fail and it's going to break, and you're going to find yourself turning and nothing's going to be engaged. So we can take care of that.
Locked before. Inside your house.
Locked inside, exactly.
So we did talk a lot about residential houses, but I know that Tony does work for commercial business as well. So tell a little bit about how you help businesses.
Yes. So we actually had a customer not too long ago where he was a superintendent of a school, and it was in a small town. And what he was telling us was that every weekend he kept finding that somebody new has one of his keys. And then also when he goes through his school, he's got like 25 keys. Mm-hmm. And so he's like, is there anything that you can do to help us? So what we did was we set them up with what's called a restricted keyway. Restricted keyway is one of those keys that you cannot find through anybody else except for certain locksmiths. Every locksmith might have their own type of restricted keyway, but not necessarily the same.
Okay.
And so what we do is we set people up with a restricted keyway, and then we also master keyed. And when you have a master key, basically that one key can open up all the locks, but every individual lock, that person that has that individual lock can only open up theirs. So you don't have to worry about your neighbor opening up your door. And in this case, when you have like the superintendent or one of the custodials going through, they only have that one key that they need, and they don't have to have all 25 keys. So it's very helpful in that sense.
Well, this also brought up about, we had talked about before, a couple people own the Airbnbs.
Yes.
So you can have the Airbnb open, you can have somebody have a key that opens up the front door and then their door, and then somebody else also can open up the front door and then their door, but then not person A's door.
Exactly.
So kind of working like that.
Yep. We had a customer who had an A, B, and C is what we called it, A, B, and C room. And then she also wanted the one key that each individual A, B, and C had to have those common access areas as well. So they wanted that one key to be able to open the door. So you've got 3 or 4 different keys that are cut completely different, but still able to access the same lock and turn it. And so this again is the master key system. One of the other ways that I talk about it is I've got 3 kids. Each one of those kids wants to have a key to their separate room, but I need a key that opens up everybody's room. So I have a key that opens up my door and a key that opens up everybody else's door, but my kids can't open up each other's door.
It's a nice way to look at it.
Yeah.
Everyone can keep their privacy, but Dad needs to know everything.
That's right. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you again for coming on the show. If anyone has any kind of key issues, Tony here at APD Locksmith can help you out in any way. I will list his information below to his business so you can come see him, call him if there's any kind of situation that you need to have fixed. Once again, thank you so much, Tony.
Thank you, Kristen. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Thank
Take
you so
care,
much.
everyone.
Bye-bye.